Lunch break.
I know this is like so much of a late start for the lunch break, but you know, we've been doing a lot of stuff today and running around. We didn't even know this was gonna actually happen. So, hello everybody, welcome to Lunch Break, the show that brings you the many foods you can make during your break at lunch or at home at quarantine and every single minute or hour or whatever. Which is also the only show that brings you integrated social media at one place. Yes, and I'm your host Cristianknight, if I haven't said that. And I'm gonna put you guys down. So this is where we can start the show. Well, as you can see from the, I'm not streaming to any other platform at the moment except for like YouTube and maybe Twitter and stuff like that. Only because right now we were just putting stuff together and we're starting to stream for you guys, right? So without further ado, of course, the person who's going to be joining me today is of course the sous chef, the cook of the hour, the chef of the hour, Miss 100 episode woman, my wife, Melissa. Which we'll give her a nickname at one point, because I think she has a nickname actually. So, and by the way, come on, you can make it in. She is sporting her new gear. Look at that! Yes, right in time before season 5. Look at that. Come on, give the show, give some people a show. No, don't go all the way. Bam, bam. Bam! Nice!
A few words. I am angry at my husband right now. Why? Because everyone else has a nickname and he's using my government name.
Well, I mean, we could use your nickname if you want.
No.
No? You don't want New York City?
That's a handle.
We'll have to do a poll so in this way everybody can jot in on what her name should be unless she provides one for us. But yes, thank you everyone.
It's too late because everybody knows my real name.
We can still drop it in, right? If season 5 hasn't started yet, we can start it with season 5. You know, that's true. So thank you everybody for joining in on our live today. Like we said before, it's been crazy delayed today. We weren't even sure we were gonna do one today, but hey, we are here. The show must go on, as they say. What are you doing? You know, I'm gonna look back at the return. That's the main reason why I got hurt. This. Just saying. Sorry. I don't know. But thank you everybody who's joining in and who's watching, who's able to watch, by the way, because I know everybody has a busy day in life, and you know I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. And today, on today's episode, which is episode 101. Damn! Didn't think we were gonna make it that far, right? 101. We're gonna be making sausage casserole. Yes.
Boo! Boo!
Yes, we're making sausage casserole, which involves sausages and rice. Damn. And of course, my wife over here is about to show you the sausage.
You guys ever notice that you never have pockets on certain things and certain clothes? And then the minute you have pockets, you start doing this?
Hey, listen, I don't got pockets.
This is why.
Damn, you have pockets. Wait, I just realized that you do have pockets.
This is why when I got married, I had an option of having a dress with pockets here. And I said no because I'd be like this all day, and it's just like a defense mechanism.
You're doing that right now.
Yeah, even at work, I have pockets on my scrubs, so.
But go ahead and tell everybody thank you for staying safe. Of course, all the health workers.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's gonna get angry if I don't say it, so I'm gonna say it. Shout out to all the healthcare workers, essential workers who are out there braving the elements by keeping us safe and strong from New York all the way around the world. It is an amazing thing that you guys are doing, from the people who deliver the food to the elderly and those who can't get food, to those who brave the elements by going into what I call the belly or the mouth of the beast. of going into the hospitals, nursing homes, rehab centers, other people's homes to take care of other individuals. Hey, James. So shout out to all of you who are doing your best to keep humanity together as much as possible.
And ourselves as well. We gotta give ourselves thanks for that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna clean you guys because, you know, you guys need a little clean right there.
Clean your mouth.
Clean right there.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you all of you guys for doing what you must do on a daily basis because we're all trying to be here tomorrow.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Let me just put you guys a little bit more closer to the surface. You know, so this way you can see more of the action. I don't want you to drop you by mistake. But yes, thank you everyone who is watching. And like I said before, you are watching episode 101. And we've made it this far, you know.
Say this.
This?
This.
I did say this.
He says this.
I didn't say this.
Did you do it?
This.
No, exactly. This. This.
So, of course, sausage casserole for
Sausage.
our knowledge drop. No, I can't do it. I'm gonna stop myself because I was about to do some Samuel Jackson burger thing, but no.
This is
So-
the taste of sausage.
See, I didn't have to do it. She's doing it. So basically, a casserole is a variety of a large, deep pan or bowl, typically with a glass lid used for oven cooking a variety of dishes. And of course, if you're looking at me, I'm trying to look this way because my printer's not working, so I couldn't print it so this way I can be in front of here. But my darling wife over here is going to be showing you different gestures and stuff. You know, hey, you should sign it so we can have some.
Can't do that.
Damn.
Sorry.
Man. But I'll try my best to do it in Spanish as well.
Yeah.
And then it's referring to the categories of foods cooked inside of it. So that's basically why it's called a casserole, because the roll stuff that goes inside of it. Though the two share the same name, the pan itself is also commonly known as a casserole dish or a casserole pan. Where about foods inside is usually distinguished as the casserole. So that's why I was saying the things that go inside the pot, which is the pot we're going to be doing.
In other words, it's lazy cooking.
Pretty much it is. And then the same pan is often used for both cooking and serving. And then I'm going to step away to the sides, check out the stream while Melissa's.
Let me ask you a question. It says a baked dish. How in God's name are you doing a baked dish?
No, this is the origins of where this dish.
Yeah, a casserole is baked.
So basically,
And
this
there we go.
sausage casserole came from baked dishes of a casserole. That's where the sausage casserole, because it was
casseroles
taken.
are traditionally baked.
Yeah, but what ended up happening is that people take certain things and modify it to something else, and that creates a new dish.
James, if you're here, can this be classified as a casserole, or is it a cooked dish?
It's cooked on the stove because that's what this recipe says. So I can't go against what the recipe says. Don't tell me. I didn't name the convention of it. So baked dishes have existed for thousands of years. Early casserole recipe consists of rice that was pounded, pressed, and filled with a certain mixture of meats such as chicken or sweetbread. Really? Why sweetbread?
I don't know. It's the recipe.
No. This is the origins of
I don't know. I can't answer that.
That's interesting. Sometime around the 1870s, the sense of casserole seems to have taken its current sense. See, as I said, it evolved. Cooking in earthenware container has always been common in most cultures. But the idea of casserole cooking as a one-dish meal became popular in the U.S. in the 20th century, especially in the 1950s when the new forms of lightweight metal and glass cookware appeared on the market. So by the 1970s, casseroles took on less than sophisticated images.
That's where Corningware came from.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. There you go, see? So basically, a regular dish became into an evolved dish of something else.
By the way, we're going to drop something like right here, right? And I'm going to show you exactly what Corningware looks like. It looks like this. It's a white bowl, which you won't see it right here on Facebook, but when you watch this later, in the edits, right here, I'm going to show you a casserole bowl, which is Corningware, which is a white dish with those blue flowers on it that every household had, which, by the way...
That is true. Oh, no, we don't have one.
By the way, my Nana still has the original Corningware. Now, if you find Corningware, the traditional original Corningware, it is really super thick and heavy glass. I mean, you knew what Corningware was.
Sweetbreads are animal pancreas.
Yes. That's like giblets. That's
Oh, wait.
the innards of a chicken.
Is that the same thing as like cornbread? Even though
No, fool.
I'm just saying, like, it's like does it look like that?
No.
'Cause I don't know what sweetbread looks like.
No. Anyway, back to my Corningware thing. If you find Corningware, traditional old-fashioned Corningware, when you flip it over on the bottom of it, it's actually stamped. It's like etched in where you'll know it's Corningware. So I'm looking forward to inheriting my grandmother's original Corningware because you cannot find Corningware like that anywhere. It is so expensive.
Thank you, James.
It's not bread. It's called sweet bread, but it's not bread.
Gotcha. Okay, now I just want to know, by the way, also, are we lagging today? If we're not, then that means what I did worked. Just let me know, because I know I'm not seeing myself jump over here, so I did a few things to fix it, because like I said, I'm going to correct things that we have issues. I'm just saying. So without further ado, let's get to the cooking. You know what? Damn, there was a few people's birthday that I want to give shout outs to.
Happy birthday to Myra Figueroa, whose birthday is actually when? Tomorrow. And who else's birthday is tomorrow? Because I know that for a fact. Mr. James Faber. He is a Halloween baby.
Yes, he is.
I remember that from school.
I have my calendar here because I wanted to make sure I have my calendar. So my cousin Luciano's birthday, who was on Monday.
Yep.
Happy birthday to you, Luciano.
Mr. Lawrence Christmas.
His birthday was yesterday.
That's
Happy
right.
birthday to you as well, sir.
Shout out to all the Scorpions, by the way.
Today, actually, birthday is
Casa.
my uncle's cousin, Joselito. Happy birthday to you. And of course, Kasem, happy birthday to you today.
Happy birthday, sir.
And of course,
Mr. James Faber.
we want to make sure we give the biggest, greatest, most phenomenal, legendary shout out birthday to
Mr.
James, whose birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday to you, sir.
Along with Myra.
Along with Myra's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Myra. And my work mom, Francine Tobias.
Hey, by the way, anybody who's born on Halloween,
Also,
Christmas, or New Year's are like the most awesomest babies. Like, I don't know, you guys are lucky. I was born, quick story real quick, I was supposed to be born on St. Patrick's Day, but I was born on March 19th.
But you were also supposed to be named Natasha.
Yes, I was.
I'm just saying.
Can you imagine me being named Natasha? My mom told me that.
Jane said thanks.
Yeah, my mom told me that I was supposed to be named Natasha because my mom wanted to name me Natasha, and when they were in the labor and delivery room, my dad was like, no, Melissa.
Listen, no lie, and I'll give you my first kind of, well, it's not my government name.
It is his government.
No, I was gonna say Tony. So I thought for years, even though she thinks it's stupid, I don't care. I'm still gonna say it. I thought for years my parents named me Tony because they came
to New York.
Hey.
Such a dad joke. Anyway, let's get to cooking.
Hey, that is cool. I'm a dad.
Let's get to cooking.
Alright, so let's get to the cooking. So we're gonna be using chicken sausages today to make our
sausage.
Our sausage casserole. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the pot over here. Well, actually, no.
Not a casserole pan, by the way.
No, because we're gonna be doing it in a mold. So the first thing Melissa's gonna do is that she's gonna prepare the rice that we're gonna need for the casserole. And I don't know where I turned that on yet. So we're gonna be using teriyaki rice to put into our mix of the casserole because it includes a few of the items that we would need for the casserole, which is carrots, green peppers. I think it has a little bit of a blend of different spices into it. But she's gonna prepare that on the side. She has the instructions and everything, so we don't have to get to that. And we'll let her do that. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do, I know Doobie's not here watching yet.
Gets in the trouble.
I'm gonna cut up these sausages.
Sausage.
By putting some
meat
on here.
Gonna cut the meat. Cut the meat.
So I'm gonna be using.
Cut the meat.
Is that a song you just created?
Yes.
I'm gonna be using vegetable oil for today. Normally I cook with the olive oil, but I want to cook with the vegetable oil. I'm just putting enough to coat the pan. So we can do it. Where's the teaspoon that was in?
Right behind you.
Ah, thank you.
You're not welcome.
I'm just gonna make sure that this is covered nice and smooth, nice and blue cheese. All right. So while that is coated down, I am going to take the sausage, as Melissa says, put the legs there, and cut these up. So you want to cut these up
Handle that
into.
meat right.
Wait, I mean, I'm not studying on that one.
You know, sometimes you gotta remind men how to handle the meat.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna cut these up into quarters, which is basically just like, almost like that size.
That size.
So, and then I'm just gonna end up plotting them right into the
Plop.
And what makes it easy also is that you don't want to defrost these fully. You want them to be a little bit frozen still, so in this way it makes it easier to cut. Otherwise the sausages will go all over the place.
Sausage.
So, you're gonna need at least 4 to 5 links of these to cook up for your casserole. Then just place them inside. So James said casseroles are defined by being a baked dish, but dishes prepared in casserole pans or Dutch ovens, whether stewed or baked, are sometimes called casseroles in the UK.
Right.
Oh.
Thank you. So I want a Dutch baby, by the way. Anybody ever have a Dutch baby before? I want one so bad.
All I heard was baby. I was like, wait, what?
Dutch baby. I want a Dutch oven. That's a bad joke.
No.
That's a bad joke because if you know what a Dutch oven is, besides what the pan is, you'd probably be hysterically laughing on the other end of this camera. James, you gotta know. Do you know what a Dutch oven is? And I'm not talking about the pan.
Wait, are you talking about when they put you underneath the blanket? Fart? Is that what you talking about?
I love it.
Wait, am I right?
Yes.
Oh shoot! I'm just kidding. I was just kidding about that. I didn't know that. Wait, what? You know what? I don't want to know.
That's because of the heat is entrapped. So when all jokes aside, seriously. If you look up a Dutch oven, it's basically a pot that goes in the oven, but it encapsulates all the moisture and the heat inside. So it's like almost like a pressure cooker for the oven.
Okay.
So it cooks everything inside, like it just bakes everything in there. That's why when you do a Dutch oven too, I can't say that with a straight face. I can't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe that's the next thing to do. No, I'm just kidding. Hey. Stop giving out secrets.
I'm not giving out secrets. The truth.
I'm just going a little bit fast on these because, so this way we can just start prepping them to cook. Like I said, you only need like about 3 or 4. I mean 4 or 5. Sorry. You need 4 or 5 of these.
That's not appetizing. It surely is not. By no means.
This is why they do it in the kitchen and not in front of people.
Wow. Wow.
I'm just saying.
I would not recommend you do a Dutch oven in the kitchen.
Oh my god. What? No, isn't it that like how it is? Like most dishes, if you really was to see how certain dishes looked before they were prepared, you wouldn't want to eat it.
No.
You know what I mean?
We're visual beings, so this is, and it's funny that we have this conversation right now or bring this topic up. Is if something doesn't look appetizing, you will be inclined not to eat it. That's why there's always that whole presentation type of thing, because if it looks unappealing, no one will really eat it. However, they did a study where they actually blindfolded people and fed them things that they would not normally eat when they look at normally, like raw, like if they see raw chicken, they won't eat it, or pate, you know, it's just the visual that it will turn them off. Me specifically, when I see okra, when it's raw, can't do it. I do not like okra. Yeah, reminds me of monkey spit. It does.
Alright, so we placed all the sausage, as Melissa was saying, in our pan. I'm just gonna let them coat each other with the nice olive vegetable oil. I was gonna say olive oil. I thought we did olive oil. Inside the pan, and we're gonna cook them slowly. As we start cooking them, we're gonna add in the ingredients that is needed just for the sausage part alone. Like I said, this is basically the way you would do it if you weren't able to do it all together in one. And of course, like I said before, the dishes that we are starting to do on lunch break will require you to be made at the house, but you can do a smaller version of this. And if you really think about it, most of these you can actually use pre-cooked sausage that you can just cut up and put in a mix of an instant rice.
You can also use, if you're not aware, there are vegan options out there. I don't know what
Dan said he's on a seafood diet. Dan, you missed the last week. We did last week we did the keto.
Keto, yeah.
The week before we did crab and cheese, which almost resembled ragoon, which Melissa wanted me to make.
Yeah.
So we're still gonna make that at one point.
Yeah. So like I was telling Chris, is the fact that if you want to do a more healthier option of this, you can omit regular rice and use cauliflower rice. You can also use vegan sausage, which they do have. If you guys are aware about it.
Is the one with that crumbles thing that's vegan also?
That's vegan.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was no lie.
Vegetarian or
Melissa made it.
They have vegan. Vegan.
I couldn't taste the difference
No.
that it was not meat.
No, you really could not. Like, if I would have served that up to a person who's a regular carnivore, they probably. And the thing is, what people don't understand, and I want to do that at the same time, is it's all about seasoning. So me specifically, like, again, we're visual beings. So when I look at tofu, I'm like, because it reminds me of a sponge. However, I know someone who cooked tofu and explained to me that there's different textures of tofu of what you use. Cooked up the tofu, I would have never known that it was tofu. Like at all.
Man.
What?
No, it's just the way you said it. It looks like a sponge.
It is a sponge.
Listen, I never thought it was a sponge to me though. I mean, like I've tried and tasted many different varieties of foods. Like I said, so far the only food that I don't like is blue cheese.
That's not food. That's a condiment.
Well, that's a what?
Condiment.
Something like that.
That's like that sounds like it's a condom. Which, by the way, guys, safe sex.
Yes, there you go. All right. Wanted to make sure I got the right lid for this.
Don't be running out there raw. You don't want any rug burns.
Hey Annie, how you doing? Yes. It also goes well with a Napoleon cake. Listen.
Oh my goodness. What goes well with a Napoleon
I don't know,
cake?
everything goes well with a Napoleon
cake. Is that Dan that said that?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love Napoleon cake. Oh my goodness, Dan, by the way, we are coming over to your house one day soon, so have some Napoleon cake ready.
Yes. The nice little cheese bread.
Okay. Napoleon, Neapolitan. Let's have that discussion.
Oh wait. No, he said Neapolitan.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I said Napoleon.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
sorry. No, he meant
dyslexia over here.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Neapolitan.
He said everything.
Oh my god.
Wait. There's a difference between Neapolitan and Napoleon?
Napoleon's the person. Neapolitan is the food.
Wait. I've seriously been always calling it Napoleon.
No, it's Neapolitan.
Oh damn.
Just like how you say thousand.
I don't say thousand. I said thousand.
See? Exactly. So wait a minute. Neapolitan cake. Is that the same thing as that tricolor cake where you buy, it's like almond paste in it, it has like the raspberry filling in between, it has the chocolate on the outside? Dan knows what I'm talking about.
Isn't that rainbow cookies?
Well, yeah, we call them rainbow cookies. Is that the same thing as Neapolitan, or is that something completely different, Dan? Because let me tell you, the Neapolitan cake is, if I'm thinking about it correctly, it's really good. But the rainbow cookies, oh dear Lord, I know someone who makes those from scratch, and they're so good.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I don't know that one. Alright, so as our sausage is cooking up inside here. Oh, nice. I'm gonna start cutting up the bell pepper that is
The only
needed.
reason why this is taking a little bit longer is because the teriyaki pieces came out solid.
Okay.
And I'm just crushing them
No,
up.
that's right. You're doing it. No worries.
So Dan, are you gonna have that Neapolitan cake ready? Because I am so ready for it. I don't have to diet as hard as I did before, which by the way, I'm still dieting, but not as bad as when I was pre-wedding planning, because I don't think I even fit in my wedding gown anymore.
No, it's actually big.
Depressing. No. Depressing.
No, it's big. Listen, don't
The
say
one
you're
that I wore
big.
for our wedding?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, it is.
No way.
Didn't you put it
It
on?
took me an hour to get into it and 5 minutes to get out. Ow!
I'm not gonna say anything.
Just say it.
No,
Newlyweds.
no words from me.
Newlyweds, we're allowed to talk about it.
Alright, so Annie said no, it's the same. The rainbow cookies, and James said, of course, trademark. The more you know.
Dude, like those rainbow cookies are so addictive. My mom and I will sit there and eat the whole entire pack. That and pistachio ice cream. Oh my god.
You guys win. I know that much.
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, pistachio ice cream is one of my top favorites besides, okay, trivia, Mr. Knight over here. I was gonna say his government. Slipped up for a second, but I stopped. What is my favorite ice cream besides pistachio?
Gelato.
What is it?
Isn't it peanut butter crush?
Nope.
I don't know. What is it?
Butter pecan.
Oh. I thought that your best one was actually pistachio.
Well, they're a tie between, like, whenever I go to a gelato place, I usually order butter pecan and pistachio together.
Oh.
Because, I don't know, I just like them both.
Alright, so I'm just going to give the sausage a turn over. Because I don't want them to just continue to sit here and stick to the pan. So what we're going to start doing is that we're going to start adding in some more ingredients for this. So I'm going to cover this up again. I'm going to put this down to low. And the next thing we're going to... Oh, so Annie did say it. Bruno loves them. Titi Cathy makes them from scratch.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you. They're so good. Oh my god.
And Annie said butter pecan for you.
Yep.
So she knew it.
Annie knows my favorite ice cream, butter pecan.
So we have the sausage links already inside that we cut up. The next thing I'm going to do is add in our bell peppers, which I'm doing right now, and I'm just going to cut them one more time in half. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to make them into strips. As you see here, and so
I'm in love with the stripper.
And then just cut them in half. And that's basically the size that you gotta make them. So it's not that difficult. You just go down, the pepper, straight down, boom, boom, boom. Make little lines, like tiny little worms.
Make them look like pencils.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like little pencils.
Or little carrot shavings.
No pencils, I like pencils.
You don't like carrot shavings?
No. Very good source of vitamin C.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. That is very true. Yeah. Again, always making stuff with pork.
Who's that, James?
No, this is not pork. This is chicken sausages.
Chicken sausages, yeah.
Yes, this is chicken sausages. This is not pork.
I'll give you a story as to why I don't buy pork as much in this home. Is because obviously you guys know I had bariatric surgery, so I can't tolerate pork as much.
I don't do it as often, except for when I have to call.
When my mom comes over, my mom can't eat pork either. Neither can my sisters. Once in a blue, like we'll have pork chops, but like when it comes to the sausages, we usually either do turkey or chicken. And
she said, "Yay!" Bruno said, "Need to go to Mama's Ices and get."
Dude, Mama's Ices! Oh yes, spumoni ice cream.
New report: Biden got the COVID.
Wait a minute, are you serious? Biden got COVID?
Oh damn!
I'm not surprised he caught it from Trump.
Alright, let's just keep that to that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody.
I will not bring political views into this.
Not on lunch break. Let's talk about food.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna add in the bell peppers before my wife ends up eating all of them. To the batch. Here we go. And then I'm gonna add that to pre-mix it and let them nice and soften while I prepare the next ingredient, which is gonna be our onion.
So really quick, guys, if you're a texture person, I can tell you right now, casseroles are not for you.
Yeah.
Casseroles can be
unless you have someone else make it for you.
No. I'm talking about textures.
Oh.
Textures with casseroles, they're kind of like gelatinous, like they're like money. So some people who have that like.
I'm gonna switch them in a second.
Some people who don't like the consistency of like pudding. Yeah, they would not eat a casserole, so I wouldn't recommend you eat a casserole that is like gelatinous into it. So I know some people who do. So that's why they don't eat casseroles. So if you're a texture person, casseroles would not be for you at all. But I love casseroles only because you can just throw everything in one dish and you're ready to go.
Right. So with the onion portion, you really only need to have like 3 rings of the onion.
About a 1/4 of an inch thick.
Yes. Just cut it up and just add it to the mix of the bell peppers. This is basically also before you add in any dry ingredients to the mix.
So remember, when you're cutting your onions, the thicker they are, the longer they take to cook. So, and depending on what you're doing is how you would cut them up. Like if you cut them super thin, that means, then they're gonna cook faster. Ow, that is blasted hot. Good Lord.
And it's on low.
No, like the liquid that's in there, it splashed up and it got my hand.
So while Melissa's mixing in the onions, this recipe also calls for minced garlic, which you're only gonna need 2 garlic cloves for this.
Garlic is strong, but it's really good for your hair and nails. Hair, skin, and nails.
So I'm gonna cut these up real quick. So we can
you want to break up these onions too, because when you put them in the pot, they're all clumped together. So you want to make sure that they're gonna cook properly. I have to be careful with onions myself because Chris knows whenever I order like burgers, I can't
raw.
No, I don't. For some reason, onions are one of those things that unless they're air fried, I can't do it. I don't know what it is. Since my surgery, I just can't do it. Can't do it at all. So that's that. What are we looking at here? Chicken sausage, yum. Let me tell you, Annie, not to throw, can I throw a name out there for somebody specific?
Yeah,
a store?
Yeah, you can.
So, you guys know that we love shopping at Walmart and our local supermarkets that are minority owned, Key Food, Food Bazaar, Food Plus, all those other places. But I can thank my sister for this one, my sister Annie, for getting me quick to the game about a company called Aldi's.
Yes.
Now, Aldi's has an amazing...
Which there's also other stores, but
Yes.
we're just talking about the food that we're cooking up for today.
Correct. So, Aldi's is amazing. They have such an amazing line of chicken sausages, specifically ones that have apples in them. Like, I like the because it gives like that salty, sweet type of flavor to it. So, shout out to Annie and Bruno for hooking us up many, over 10 years ago with the name Aldi's, because Aldi's was not always in New York, if I'm not mistaken. They were always like out of New York. There's a lot of things that were out of New York that we didn't get until recently, and people out of New York are like, yeah, we've had that for a while. Like, we don't have a Publix, but we have a 7-Eleven.
Yes. So now, as Melissa's mixing all of these in, the first dry ingredient that you're gonna add to this is about one teaspoon of basil. So here's the basil. We can show it. Here's the basil. Oh.
That's my alarm.
Yeah.
That's my 5:54 alarm.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have that alarm. I can't remember why I set that one to begin with.
So here's our basil, which we can show. Here's the basil. That's how the basil looks.
It's not weed.
So you're gonna need 1 teaspoon of basil. There you go.
Me.
Right. I'm gonna add to this. Right. That's the first dry ingredient. The next dry ingredient you're gonna add is a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper.
Yeah, chicken sausages are good, Annie. Don't sleep on Aldi's. Some people are like, oh, Aldi's is like the no-frills place of buying certain things. There's things that we found at Aldi's that we wouldn't find in regular supermarkets that I like go on a hunt for, and Chris can tell you, right, babe?
Yep. Alright. Here's a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper.
A 1/4 teaspoon of sneezing powder.
Because normally I would have done a 1/2 teaspoon of that by mistake. No luck. Alright, so the next one, you can actually omit if you want, because I know most people don't really add salt into it.
Right.
So I'm gonna let my wife decide whether we're gonna add salt to this or not. But normally you would have to use half a teaspoon of salt.
I'd say instead of a half, just do a pinch.
So,
yeah, just do a pinch.
And let the sous chef decide it.
Only because we are trying to do low sodium in this house because of health issues. So
which brings me up
pinches of salt.
Which brings me up to the next ingredient.
I know.
Crushed red peppers, and it literally says only a pinch.
So a pinch.
So I'm gonna give it to my wife.
Some people have a big pinch.
Oh man.
See? There you go, a pinch.
Yep. So that way that's gonna go in there and start to cook. So I'm just gonna slide in here.
Don't slide in my DMs.
I already did that. You got the ring around your finger.
That's not how you got that ring around that.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
So if you're looking right now, if you're tuning into lunch break, we are cooking up sausage casserole, which we're beginning to do the sausage part. I'm gonna put this aside and I'm gonna bring you guys closer so you guys can see a little bit. So that's the sausage, the chicken sausage that we're making with the yellow bell pepper, onions, basil, red pepper, flakes, a pinch of it. We didn't do salt. Well, we did a pinch of salt. I was gonna say we did a pinch of salt. Basil and.
What did we do? I did 2 pinches of salt.
Yeah, 2 pinches of salt. Because you really, when you look at any of the recipes that you're making, you can actually omit any of the ingredients depending on you. Because if you're allergic to them, don't do it.
And always remember, you can always add, never subtract a spice.
Oh, she's. I am coming over for dinner. She loves pink Himalayan salt,
yeah.
or sea salt.
Yeah.
Which we have both though.
We have both, yeah.
So this one actually called for kosher salt, which is just regular salt. Yeah. Once again, so here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need olive oil or vegetable oil, whichever to your liking that you like cooking with. Then you're gonna need 4 to 5 sausage links. Just don't do breakfast links. That's not the sausage you're doing.
You're doing regular sausages, not breakfast sausages, which it will give a different taste to it.
It actually did say that, not breakfast sausages.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna cut them up into 1/4-inch slices. You're gonna need a red bell pepper, a yellow bell pepper, green bell pepper, whichever bell peppers you want to use is up to you. If you can't eat bell peppers at all, you don't have to add it into it. And then you're gonna need 1 small or half large onion, cut up into quarters, diced up, and then put into the actual mix, which you can actually use a cup for almost all of these. Then you're gonna need 1 teaspoon of dried basil, half a teaspoon of salt, which you can, like we said before, you can do a pinch.
Right.
You don't have to do the salt if you want to.
You can always add, but you can't subtract.
Yes. You can. Then there's a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. 2 garlic cloves minced, and of course, as I said, with the red bell pepper, crushed red pepper is just a pinch of it, of the dried ingredient, and then of course, like I said, for the rest of our casserole is the rice that's cooking, and once that's done and this is fully cooked, you mix them together and you got your mix.
Where's the beef?
Oh, she said coconut oil.
Yes, coconut oil is really good for your skin and for your hair.
James asked, is that pot oven safe? You could put it in there for a minute to make it official.
Actually, this is a stainless steel pot, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure if it is oven safe. I think it has to be cast iron or thicker to be oven safe because it may actually burn, which by the way, I'm thinking of getting oven safe pots because they, like he said, you can actually cook on the stove, start it, and then you put it in the oven to finish.
Gotcha.
So cast iron. So I'm not sure if this is oven safe.
I wish we had the what was it? The platter that my mother-in-law has, the one that she uses for like baking and stuff. Remember she puts it in there, the ceramic one.
Yeah, that's actually Corningware.
Oh, okay. So
that's Corningware.
I wish I had that because we would have taken that and put it in here.
Yeah, she has a pie dish that is actual Corningware. Corningware is like plaster. It's really heavy.
She does a secret chicken surprise.
Which, by the way, my birthday's coming up in March. So my mom, just to kind of throw it out there, I know we're like a couple of months ahead. However, I always get the same thing every year, which is what, babe?
Your corned beef and cabbage. I got that one right.
Corned beef and cabbage and my cheesecake.
So this is what you want to be seeing right now. So if you're looking right now, I'm gonna try to see if I can get some of this out.
Some of what out?
The sauce.
The juice.
The juice. So as you're cooking these sausage and bell peppers and everything, you're gonna get a sauce like this. So that sauce is what you want to be happening, because once you add in the rice mixture to make the rest of this casserole, which is on the pot and not
this
in
reminds me
bakeware.
of basically jambalaya.
Yes, you get that, or the not bandeja paisa. What was it that we did? The seafood mix.
Paella.
Paella. That.
You were gonna say ropa vieja?
Yes. I was trying to think which one it was.
If you don't know what ropa vieja is, look it up. Really good.
Go into one of our episodes where we did it, actually, in season 3. Yes.
We actually had that in PR.
Oh, yes, we did.
It was really good.
We had a few different dishes in PR, though.
That were actually from PR. We miss it.
Which also, there's a pastry dish. By the way, let me give a shout out to my tío and tía, para Germán y su esposa Jennifer. Le están mandando un saludo de aquí de Nueva York. Si usted está viendo este episodio, este capítulo.
Son tíos, son tía.
Son tía. Give me that shout out to you guys, because you guys have been watching the show faithfully, and I want to recognize
all the
you
way
guys.
in DR.
So I want to recognize you guys. Le quiero mandar saludos y decirle que nosotros le agradezco
en español.
que ustedes también en el programa y que, you know, I don't want to say too much because I'm sorry. Me pongo a llorar si sigo más diciendo cosas más.
Really quick,
Pero,
isn't it weird when you hear someone speaking in English, they look different, but when they speak in a different language, their face changes completely. I don't know for anybody, for me it does.
I don't know.
For me it does. Like, your face to me changes when you speak another language.
And he said, no rice. No, he didn't say beef, he said beer.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, he did. Bruno said, where's the beer?
My bad.
Oh,
I need glasses. The beer? Oh,
I need something
beer so
other
bad.
than rice. That's what Annie said.
Cauliflower rice.
Which is true. You can do that.
Or spiralized noodles.
Or listen, you can
Veggie
do.
noodles.
We have cauliflower medley that has incorporated peas and carrots in it.
Yeah, it does.
Beer actually tenderizes more.
Yes, it does.
Pepper Chef, dirty clothes, dirty clothes. Ropa vieja.
Ropa vieja.
No, we went through that on why. Wait, actually, no, we never found out why it's called dirty clothes. They
It
really
looks
didn't
like
say
dirty
it.
clothes.
They did. The origins didn't really say.
I can tell you what my opinion is when you cook it, it looks like dirty clothes, like, you know, dirty clothes in a pile. Which, by the way, I want to make relleno de papa. I just saw it the other day,
Well,
and
remember we technically somewhat did something like that.
That was before me.
Yeah, we did like potato croquettes,
Yeah.
because I think that's the name of it in English, right?
Relleno de papa.
Yeah,
I don't know how you say relleno in
Because
English.
it's basically stuff-filled potatoes.
Potato ball.
Yeah, so we made the cheese version. Remember, we tried using what you call it? Oh, it was actually during this time.
Halloween.
And yeah, we were trying to use the little molds for the coffins, and yeah, they weren't working out for us. Where we ended up doing it ourselves by hand. Yeah, see, look at that. 1 year later, look, bam.
So, if you want to have the closest thing to relleno de papa or ropa vieja, go to Harlem in Manhattan, Spanish Harlem. Not regular Harlem, Spanish Harlem. And you will get the best acapulcas you have ever had, besides going to PR directly.
Hands down, I'm sorry, I have to agree with her. Hands down, yes, that is true.
I'm telling you, if you go
My
right
family,
to Spanish
my
Harlem
mom and dad,
125,
mi
oh
papá
my
y mi mamá
God.
siempre iban para allá para comprar eso, acapurria,
Acapurria.
papas rellenas. Yo, that was the shit.
What do you call that?
Annie said Pampered Chef has amazing cookware.
Yes, they do. Shameless plug. Yes, they do. Which, by the way, I'm looking into getting something that has to deal with baking from them.
Oh damn! Look at this.
I don't have it.
Look how this looks. Now, mind you, we did use vegetable oil to make this. That's why the color of the sauce of this is actually
Like
getting
an
like
amber,
this.
almost like
Now,
a light amber.
The other thing is, if you wanted to intensify the flavor of this, the recipe does call, which says is optional, to use at least half a cup of chicken broth. You know, just to intensify the flavor while it's cooking.
More salty.
Well, it's just to cook everything that's in it because you have to drain it afterwards. But my thing with that is that you lose everything that you just cooked in here because you gotta drain it. You know what I mean? So the only thing that's left with it, the only thing that's left with the flavor is just these solid ingredients that are left here. That's the only thing. Wait, isn't that called jerky if you dry a sausage? Damn, I'm out.
I don't know. I can't answer that. Lechon con pan. Oh my goodness, Bruno, you're bringing it out, man.
Which, by the way, well, Melissa talks about lechon de
lechon de pan, tembleque. We had tembleque in PR. Let me tell you, tembleque in PR tastes. Anything outside of New York that is traditional ethnic food tastes different where it's at.
What?
We went to the Piñones, which, by the way, shout out to our best man and maid of honor from the wedding, who suggested that we go to Piñones in PR because that was my first time I had ever
Shout
been.
out to Candace and Jose.
Yeah.
Which also we give shout out to Annie and Bruno.
Of course.
We gotta do that.
With the Piñones thing, you know, I've never been to PR. Obviously, Chris can tell you, I've never left the States.
Okay.
Shockingly enough.
Okay. Annie says let's go to PR.
Dude, I am so down for that. Like, I am missing that.
Alright, so Kaya said, y'all got me drooling over here. Oh my god. You both need to go to New Orleans for some food as food.
Cuzzo! Let me tell you. Hold up. Stop the press. Wait a minute. Let me tell you. If we never ended up in PR, oddly enough, one of the destinations that I wanted to go to was New Orleans because I wanted some traditional Creole food. OMG, I want to go there so bad.
Annie said they went there for their honeymoon.
Yes, they did.
Nice. Bruno said just come to Florida. We got little PR.
True. No, little Havana too. You guys got little Cuba.
Kissimmee. Is that where my uncle is?
No, your uncle's in Miramar.
Oh, Miramar, right?
Kissimmee's a little bit, but with well, damn, you made me lose my train of thought. Yeah, Kaya, with the whole New Orleans thing that we're planning on going to there's certain places that we're planning to go to now that, you know, we want to, you know, do certain things, but this stupid pandemic is making it very, difficult to do certain things. But yeah, tembleque we had in PR, we had real authentic coconut ice cream.
Wait, what was it was in Mango. What was the little thing that they made a cup out of?
It was not mondongo. Yes, it was mondongo. It was mondongo con
no, mofongo.
Yes,
mofongo.
With shrimp. Which, by the way, my stomach is so small that they made them like this big, and they gave us 3 of them. I was only able to eat one.
Bruno said that's Miami, Havana. That's Cuba.
Miami's Cuba. Like Miami's little Havana?
Kaya said, I've been there twice. It's amazing. You both would love it. Victor and I are planning a huge group trip next year in April or May. You should come.
I am down. So let me tell you right now, here on Facebook Live during lunch break, we are taking up Annie and Bruno's offer to go to PR again, and we're taking up Kaya and Victor's offer to go to New Orleans.
April's my birthday, by the way.
Dude, wait a minute. Isn't that during Fat Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken?
What, April?
Kaya, is Fat Tuesday in April or in May?
Well, I don't know.
Or is it in I can't remember when Fat Tuesday is.
Annie said mofongo. Okay, we definitely need to go PR.
Oh my god.
Listen, it was so good. Like,
oh man.
legit,
We went into a food coma by day 2 because we didn't pace ourselves.
The plantains they made with it were so
amazing.
soft
Yeah.
that literally a plastic spoon just went
right through it. That is actually really good.
That's why I wanted to side that with this, because the sauce went in like literally.
It would suck it up.
Yeah.
Suck it up. Suck it up. Suck it up. Suck it up. Suck it up.
I don't know why this towel keeps falling from here. Bruno said no thanks to the gator. Was hospitalized last time. Oh damn, really?
What happened?
Kaya said yes, the alligator also is to die for. Oh my god.
Oh my god, let me tell you, I had alligator and crocodile when I went to Florida. I thought it was crazy.
And he said to keep it PG.
Oh, thank you.
I need a
You wanna marry me? Drop the towel. Woo!
Where's the coals? No, they used to be.
I don't know.
Alright, so I need something to hold this.
You can use that.
Alright, so I'm gonna pour in the rice. The what? What you just said? What you just said? That sounds like a Star Trek language. Alright. Make sure you unplug that first. Because you're gonna put this back on there. Can you grab it from there?
Put it down on the board. Yeah. That's okay.
Alright. Alright, so now I'm gonna mix the sausage with the rice. Oh my god. Just smelling all these flavors. Or just different smells, I should say. It's just like, bam! Just hitting me in the face. Like legit.
This rice? Right there?
Yeah, we'll take it out later. So, Babe's gonna grab a small little container, or her favorite bowl, tasting bowl, so she can taste what we got here. So mind you, the teriyaki one that we use also is in incorporation of rice and pasta. So it's gonna have that little, pasta-y flavor to it also as well. Just gonna give her a little bit because I don't want her to get a stomach ache from eating too fast.
Already knows.
So I'm just gonna give her a little bit of the rice, which she already has, and some of the sausage. So this way she can taste it. She got it right there, and then your spoon is right there.
Yeah.
But this is what it's supposed to look like. So I'm gonna bring you guys close so you can see. As you can see, this is the actual sausage casserole that you would be getting if you place this in the oven, or if you just cooked it on a pot like this. It would be the same way. You can actually use, like I said before, instant rice, which make it instant that way, and you can use the fully pre-cooked sausages that you can just cut up.
So you can get 90-second rice, put it in the microwave, pretty much.
Because they have, like I said, they have the jambalaya one. They have actually almost all of these already pre-done and then instant. And he already said it. Save it for pegao.
There you go, the pegao con.
I was about to say, yo, I thought she ate that whole thing already. I'm like, what the hell?
I have to pace myself because I'm feeling a little bit of a knot right about here.
And mind you, this has a kick, not only because of the fact of the red peppers, but the teriyaki one that Melissa used has a little bit of a kick.
It's good.
Okay. It's not very delicious. But, as always, because I always want to ask, because I get the honest opinion from Melissa, what would you have added and what would you have taken out? So this way our viewers can understand that, hey, not the entire recipe, you don't have to make the way it is.
Honestly, I probably would have used not chicken sausage.
Okay.
I like the taste of it, don't get me wrong, but I probably would have used pork sausage.
Okay.
Only because the teriyaki, for me, I don't know, teriyaki chicken, I'm kind of like a funny type of thing when it comes to that, but I would probably have used pork sausage, probably.
Okay.
But I can tell you the flavor of it is amazing. It's really good. It's not too, overpowering, in my opinion. It's
awesome.
not. It really isn't. It's not. It reminds me of a jambalaya.
Yes.
I probably would have put, if I'm not feeling like kind of queasy right now, I probably would have put some hot sauce on it, just a little bit, just to add a little bit of kick to it.
Normally,
there's a debate between my brother-in-law and I because he likes Tabasco and I like hot sauce.
Well, no. He doesn't like Tabasco sauce. Remember?
Oh, he likes hot sauce.
No. Let's correct that. I know Bruno's about to be like, what? No. Bruno does not like Tabasco sauce. He likes hot sauce, but not Tabasco sauce. That I remember. The last thing you're gonna need for this, which I'm trying to make a nice little presentation piece over here for you guys. Turn this off because I don't need this on anymore. The last thing that this calls for, recipe-wise, is actually what I normally use all the time for all my recipes, is parsley flakes. It literally says as a garnish, and you can actually use the whole one before it's like crushed up like this, just to put right on top. And that's basically how you serve it. So I'm just gonna put. Melissa's taking out the pig out, by the way. this is basically how you serve this recipe. Now, like I said, when you make this recipe, what I like to do is take a little bit. Let's see if I can actually get some of it. So it hasn't dissipated all into the mix. There you go. Just add in a little bit of oil. Just around it, you know, to make it look nice and efficient.
It's not a Hispanic home unless you hear this.
Yeah, unless you hear jalapeno. Is it that's what it's called, jalapeno? Like the raking of the spoon against the
rice
pot.
I don't know about in your home, but in my home we used to fight for it.
Well, yeah. All right, so that's the presentation piece I'm going to show you guys right now. So here's the presentation piece. As you guys can see it, there you go. There you see the lining of the sauce, and then the parsley flakes, and there's your presentation. So you guys can do this at home. Don't lie. You know you can. Like I said, you don't have to do it this way. You can get the instant stuff and make it, and boom, take it out like that. So, like I said, here's our sausage casserole for you guys. And we'd like to thank you as always for watching Lunch Break, for joining us this evening, because it is evening now, and watching us make sausage casserole. So as always, go follow all our social media links, which might as well try to put over here, smaller slightly. Melissa's trying to take some stuff. And I'll put Melissa's social media somewhere around here, not in her face. And go visit IMDb and rate us. We're under the title Lunch Break. And we'd like to thank everyone who showed up to the show and is watching, and the rebroadcast and replays. Go to youtube.com for Cristianknight. Like I said, you guys can see it in the links. And as always, as we say here on Lunch
Before
Break,
you do that, very quick, guys, we can't forget to remind you, if you have any suggestions of what you would like for us to cook on live,
or if you made any of the dishes,
just, you know, tag us in the post. Myself, at Melissa L. Johnson Collado, and you can tag Cristianknight, CRISTIAN. Now it's Christian without the H. And if you have any suggestions of things that you may not have seen here that maybe you would like to see us cook, send us in a Facebook.
So I want to read the last messages that are on our post before we go away. Melissa said, Annie said, Mel, when you whistle, Bonnie looked at the phone. She hears your voice. And Annie said, yes, CK, you are correct. He doesn't like Tabasco. Loves hot sauce, especially Nana's homemade one.
Yes! Nana makes homemade hot sauce. She does.
Well, we're going to have to steal that for the next episode.
No, let me tell you, that stuff is fire!
What's it going to do?
It will make you question it.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We appreciate you guys. Legit, genuinely. Thank you so much. Go watch on Twitch, which there's another show that we've been running called Slurp and Chat, which is only exclusively on Twitch, just to let you know. Sorry for the moment for that. But it doesn't have a specific schedule, but go watch that when you can. And as always, as we say here on Lunch Break, don't settle for less and
make it your best with Peppa.
We love you guys, appreciate you guys. As always,
have a great evening, guys.
Catch you later.
Bye.